Hello?
Hi, is this Tim?
Yeah, speaking, yeah, is that Levi?
Yeah, calling from Brisbane. Sticks to
Oh,
Stones is our
awesome,
name. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, very good, yeah, it's Friday night in New York.
Oh, sweet,
So
you're over there.
it's Saturday morning there?
Just clocked onto the afternoon in Brisbane.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, what are you doing over in New York? You got some shows coming up or something?
You know, I've lived here for 10 years, and I'm just in the studio at the minute, actually.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
You only just had an album come out a little while ago. You
Yeah.
up to another one, are you?
Yeah, I'm just starting to write for it, yeah. So, just before we head to Australia, Rick's coming out to New York, and he lives in Scotland, actually, so we're going to do some jamming and work through some new ideas. So, yeah, it'll start happening pretty soon.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see what you come up with. It's funny.
Cheers.
It's very possible you may have been the first international band I ever saw, which was back in
Really?
2004 at Spleandour in the Grass.
Oh, wicked. Shit, that was cool.
Yeah, you're amongst those bands, because that was the first kind of thing I
Yeah.
went to. I was like only 15 or something, which was really cool, and I had a lot of fun at that show.
Yeah, cheers, yeah, that was a really good one, remember?
Yeah, you played with, I think, Franz Ferdinand and MC5 reformed for it. Those were some good bands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing MC5, and yeah, Evan Dander got up with him, I think.
Yeah. Oh, wow, I missed that part, but yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, yeah. Shit, that was cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, so you guys are coming back to Australia. It's only in a couple of months' time. Are you looking forward to it? Do you like it here?
Oh, yeah, I love it, yeah. Yeah, I guess the first time we came to Australia was like, I think it was 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been like 95, I reckon. So, yeah, I've really loved it ever since. It's, we've had a great response there, so it's always a pleasure to come back.
Yeah. Do you still bring the guitar? Do you still light it on fire on stage?
Yeah, the Flying V. Oh,
yeah.
No, I haven't got that. Well, it was in a museum in Belfast for a while. In sort of like in a music exhibition, and but I was thinking of bringing it back last year, but no, it's quite hard to get venues that allow me to do it these days. So I might bring it back towards the end of this year if I can.
Yeah, especially in Australia, we're so strict over here with all the fire laws.
Yeah. It's one for like big venues, I guess. It's good.
Yeah. Where did that idea come about from? Because I don't really see Ash as that sort of band. It seems to me something like a band Kiss would do, or Spinal Tap. Where did you get the idea from?
Yeah, it really comes, whenever we were kind of starting out before we kind of heard Nirvana and stuff like that, we were, really quite into metal. Like, so I think it was a little bit of a nod to, like, our love of bands like Megadeth and Wasp and stuff like that, Iron Maiden, theatrical rock and roll. So, but then, like in the early 90s, then I guess we got into all the music that really defined our sound, like, a lot of the, like, Pixies and Nirvana and stuff like that. But there's still, like, a latent metal love somewhere inside us.
Yeah, I noticed that. They're definitely on, like, Clones and stuff. There's some great guitar solos, and I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah, big time. I think Weezer are similar to us in that way. You can tell they sort of, they're sort of.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but now you mentioned it, I'm like, yeah, they definitely have a bit of that there.
Yeah. Rivers can be quite a metal shredder if he wants to be.
Yeah. What songs can we expect on the tour?
I think it'll be a real mix. Definitely play maybe like half of the new album, and then just a load of old favorites. Really, kind of I think quite a broad spread. But yeah, definitely a lot of stuff people will want to hear. Hopefully. Yeah,
you guys have been a three-piece now for almost 10 years. Do you think you can stay that way?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it really works for us, and it's definitely it's more hard work for me for sure. Like I never really get a breather during the show, but that's okay. I quite like sort of megalomania of doing all the guitars. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, does it change the way the songs sound like?
It took a while to adjust back to it, but now once we've got there, it's really good.
Yeah, for sure, man. So what other stuff you got planned this year? You got some big international dates and stuff coming up?
Yeah, I think some European festivals and later this year, and then it's also the 21st anniversary of our first album, 1977. So we'll have to do, we'll have to figure out how we're going to mark that. So because that's pretty big landmark for us. But yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, and really, I'd want to get going on a new album.
Yeah, for sure.
Get that kicked and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a copy of the album 1977, and your sound has changed so much over the year. Every album it's kind of different. Like first one, I don't know what you describe it as, sort of indie rock, but then you had Free Old Angels, which was a totally different sounding one, and then Ash. Meltdown, which has almost had a bit more.
Meltdown, yeah,
that was a bit heavier.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like this record we were trying to pull in, certain things from 1977 and Free Old Angels and Meltdown, to make a amalgam, of three, kind of maybe the songwriting of, 1977 and Free Old Angels mixed with sort of some of the playing of Meltdown. I feel like that's kind of what we were, roughly what we were going for.
A little while ago, David Bowie passed away. Did you ever get the chance to see him live or talk to him backstage or anything like that?
We did a tour with him in 2002 or 2003, along with Moby. It was like in the States. It was a touring festival that Moby had put together. So Bowie was like a special guest for the tour. And I got to meet him a couple of times, and he was a real gent, and he was amazing live every day. And,
that would have been great.
He was pretty cool. He's pretty down to earth, considering what a superstar he is.
Yeah, well, I hear stuff like he'll come out and hang out with the road crew and play pool with people and stuff. So he's pretty down to earth, was he? Yeah,
very much. Yeah, I remember he was trying to give up cigarettes, and that that sort of made him seem kind of quite human,
Yeah.
Which I thought, he was dead sweet. And Charlotte, our guitarist, was the biggest Bowie fan, and he was really, really nice to her.
Yeah.
As well. So he was cool.
That'd have been great.
Yeah. Actually, one of our best ever bills that we were ever on was in quite a while before that, in 1996. We played somewhere in East Germany, and the lineup was Iggy Pop, then us, then David Bowie, and we were only 19 years old. We couldn't believe it, but it's Bowie never liked to play straight after Iggy Pop because Iggy Pop's so amazing. So we were sort of the band to be put in the filling in the sandwich just to sort of to break things up. So that was pretty cool.
You'd be pretty nervous, but opening for guys that legendary. Did you play all right?
Yeah.
Did it affect your performance?
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah. It was our first ever time playing in the eastern side of Germany at the time. So it was really cool.
Yeah, awesome.
I guess former East Germany.
Yeah. As I was saying before, you've been around 20 years. What do you think have been some of the highlight moments of your career so far? Is there any album that sticks out to you as a favourite?
I guess all the stuff going on in 1977 was so exciting because we were 18 and 19, so leading up to it coming out, and it really exploded and took us all around the world. So we couldn't believe that. And then I was also really proud of Free Old Angels because our second album, Nuclear Sounds, didn't do so well, and not very many bands that were making. Well, it was sort of, if you had a flop album around those times, normally that meant getting dropped by your record label, and you often didn't get another chance. So we managed to, come back really strong for our third album. So those are a couple of big highlights.
Yeah, it feels like the music scene's changed a lot since you guys were really big. Take, for example, When I Saw You at Spleandour in the Grass in 2004. If you look at their lineup now, they're completely different. It's very few, rock-based bands. It's a lot of kind of folk bands and some, electronic bands.
Oh, yeah.
Do you find there's still a big demand for rock bands at, alternate festivals?
I guess, it depends kind of where you go, but I think it's sort of starting to come back. You're starting to, hear, starting to notice it a bit more, and and bands aren't afraid to sound kind of 90s style as well. So, yeah, I wouldn't be, I think it'll come back more and more over the next few years. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of, I do miss it because it's, I don't know, for me, you can't beat the excitement of really loud guitars live.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, when you write some of your songs that have been featured a fair bit on radio, do you write them with the intention that, you hope it makes radio, or is it just something that happens?
Yeah, it's just like a fluke, you just have to write lots of songs, and then, the sort of songs that would work on radio to somehow miraculously pop up amongst them. I think it's kind of dangerous to try to, because otherwise you'll end up with something very predictable, I think. So, yeah, I tend to just rely on accidents.
Yeah, sometimes it's, it seems intentional when a band does write something, specifically for radio, and it's like, oh, it's way different from the other songs, so you can definitely tell when a band's doing it.
Yeah, I don't think it works.
Yeah, well, I better wrap this up. I know you got a few interviews to do, but I'm going to be really excited. I'll be taking photos up in the pits for your tour, so that would be cool to see you guys again. It's been over 10 years.
Wow, cool. I can't wait. Yeah, it'd be great to get back to Brisbane, then. Brilliant.
Yeah, awesome, cool, man. Well, I hope you have a good time recording in New York.
Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, and have a great weekend. We'll see you very soon.
All right, thanks, Tim. Bye.